Jessica, tell me who's MLB's best right now?
Oh, it's the LA Dodgers. And I would say this probably anyway, just to get Max's go. If I can get him fired up in any way possible, I'm going to do it. But let's be real. I mean, these are the two best teams coming into the season. And there's going to be a lot of teams we're going to talk about. I honestly believe at the end of the year, it's probably not going to be the Dodgers or the Yankees, just because that's the kind of year 2020 is. But the Dodgers, it's their time. I mean, the talent that they have, adding Mookie Betts, are you kidding me? With Cody Bellinger within that lineup, I get so excited about this team. I know the Yankees are stacked too, and I'm sure Max will let us know, but I've got the LA Dodgers all the way if we're going head-to-head LA versus New York.
Jess, how could you possibly? The Yankees just finally brought in the ace, a real ace in Cole, to go with Severino. They have guys like Montgomery, who's a winning pitcher coming back, who didn't even contribute last year. Up and down, they have power arms in the rotation, in the bullpen. They have MVP candidates no one even thinks about. Forget about Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez and Giancarlo Stanton. They have LeMahieu, who is a legit MVP candidate. Urshela, who was supposed to be a slick glove to fill in for Andujar, who's a professional hitter, one of the rookies of the year the previous season. Urshela hit 21 home runs and hit 314. Gleyber Torres, I didn't even mention, probably the best player on the team. In fact, the Yankees are more talented.
Who is Garrett Cole joining? I mean, let's talk about their staff right now. Okay, so we got Luis Severino. Oh wait, no, he's out for the season. Domingo Germán, he's gone. Masahiro Tanaka got nailed in the head by a line drive from, yes, Giancarlo Stanton. You think he's coming back anytime soon? He's on the injured list. DJ LeMahieu tested positive. I mean, their team is falling like bricks right now. And I look at that starting rotation. Yes, they've got star power for days, but Garrett Cole is going to have to carry them because everyone else right now is gone.
Well, they have some 3, 4, and 5 starters that would be at least deuces on other staff still available to them. They have a deep and talented bullpen, Jessica. And as I mentioned, they have MVPs on the team that people don't even think about when they consider this team.
I'll take Cody and Mookie over your MVPs anytime.
Now that y'all been through that, because that's some great arguing for y'all sides of the map and the teams that y'all think are going to win the whole thing. Just let me ask you this. The universal DH rule in the play now, who benefits from that more? I know we're talking about the Dodgers and the Yankees. Is there possibly another team that could supersede them? Like you talked about how 2020 has been with teams with being uncharacteristic and things happening. Who's benefiting from this universal DH more so than the Dodgers or the Yankees?
Yeah, I think almost any NL team you throw out there. I mean, I look at the Philadelphia Phillies. I look at pretty much all of the NL East. I mean, these are teams that normally don't have that opportunity to even add to their offense. And I point out the Phillies because, I mean, we're talking about Bryce Harper, Rhys Hawkins, JT Realmuto. Oh, they added Didi Gregorius, who was on Max Kellerman's Yankees. And they've got Andrew McCutchen, who is now going to be healthy. Then you add to that lineup and the fact that they have the DH. So I look at the Phillies. I mean, all the NL teams, now they get to add because they don't have a pitcher hitting in that 9 spot anymore.
How about the Astros, Jessica? They lost some talent, but they're still extremely deep. They have one of those other super teams. Like the Astros on paper the last couple of years, even without the cheating, you go, is this the best team ever assembled? They're like one of those kind of super teams. What about them? There's been a lot made about teams going after them. I think it was overblown about getting hit with pitches in a game they were winning sometimes with the bases loaded. But still, there's that thought teams will be looking for retribution. And the Astros seem kind of forgotten as a powerhouse. What's your feeling on them right now?
Yeah, I agree with you on the Houston Astros. I mean, I just look at their lineup, Max, and it's ridiculous. And it doesn't change. Cheating, not cheating, these boys can hit. George Springer, Alex Bring, Carlos Correa, Michael Brantley. I mean, you just go down that entire lineup. Who's hitting 8th, 9th? Yuli Gurriel. This team is stacked and they can rake. Yes, they lost Garrett Cole, but they've still got Justin Verlander, who, by the way, won the Cy Young, Zach Greinke. I was watching Lance McCullers Jr. the other day with his ridiculous curveball. I mean, you remember what he did to your Yankees a few years ago in the postseason. This is still a team that when you talk about who's going to compete the most against the Yankees within the American League, I've got the Astros right at the top as their biggest competitors, as it's been the last few years. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Jess, let me ask you this, because I know you're super hyped about this shortened season and some of the rule changes. Talk to me about this one, putting a runner on second automatically in extra innings. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, Molly, I'm pumped for this one. This was a rule we had in the Olympic Games, and you get into extra innings, and we all know, I mean, we love to see those extra inning, crazy, sure, 20-inning games, but once you get to that 10th inning, 11th inning, 12th inning, and there's just no offense, you're not scoring. We've seen what bullpens can do. Throw a runner at second base and watch just the strategy, and honestly, like, pedal to the metal. Team the chance, runner in scoring position to make something happen. And even if you're a diehard and you don't like it because the tradition, just ask fans right now. Like, they want to see this game and what's going to happen. You throw a runner out there at second. I know from personal experience when we did it in the Olympics, it just all of a sudden fueled you and your heart got going because you knew something was going to happen and you had to figure out how to get that run in better than the team that was going to do it in the bottom.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.